once again having a musical dilemma for Jim's intro music. We're sticking to what we call generic music right now.
Yeah.
And this is the Jim George show, I guess we'll call it. It's not just about Professor of Gadgetry, because you want to expand.
We are going to expand
To things like wildlife, science, health, and immunology.
Yeah. As long as there's no naked bathing in Lake Michigan in the winter, you know.
Why not?
No, that's
a
cold.
great topic.
Yeah, that's cold. Oh, boy. Talk about shrinkage.
Good morning, Jim. How you doing?
We don't have to worry about that.
Jim must have known I was sick, Robin. He brought in Immune Plus System Support with Vitamin D dietary supplement. And
Nice.
it tastes like Tang.
It does. It's very good.
Yeah, it's right.
And it will knock it out.
What is it? Mostly vitamin C?
It's 25,000 units of vitamin C, I believe. Yep, very, very good. But, you know, the colds are going around, you know, sniffles and the cold weather, change of atmospheric pressure. There's so much to be involved in the humane system, the system that keeps your body fluid here. All right, so it's a beautiful day in downtown Ocala, except it is freezing.
Yes, it is. Yes,
It was 24 degrees when I left the house yesterday, and it was 30 when I left the house today. And it was 32 about 20 minutes ago. I did not bother to look just now, but it's probably about 34. What are you showing the temperature to be outside? Last time you checked.
Last time I checked was 29. Let me look at it again. 31.
Yeah,
31.
Starting to warm up just a little bit.
But there's a hard freeze in effect for tonight, too.
Oh, it's going to freeze again. Yep, it is. Keep the animals indoors. Okay, so we've advanced a great deal on our IPTV. The engineer, for lack of a better terms, will be up here this coming week. We have about 150 satellite channels operational. We have a bunch of the conventional channels, you know, the CNN, the ESPNs of the world. We also have about 60 channels of off the air, like Channel 2, 6, 9. And we're just trying to mesh them all together and make sure everything streams well. We have to do our middleware. Middleware is things like billing, electronic programming guide, back office support, and then the DRM, the digital rights management, that's the scrambling and unscrambling.
Okay.
So to make a long story short, it's going to be a little bit longer, by maybe another 30 days, but we'll be able to launch soon.
A lot of legal things you have to do, too, huh?
A lot of legal things, paperwork, because a channel may allow you to receive it and may even allow you to put it over coax, but they may not allow you to put it over internet.
Is that right?
Oh, my gosh. Why is that?
Well, it's got to be scrambled. And so you have to get permission from each and every programmer. Will they accept this type of scrambling?
Oh.
So there's only certain ones, but the ones I'm using have already been certified by everybody. That's just a question I have to notify everybody one at a time, you might say. In other words, I just can't do a broadcast and say, hey, guys, I got this. I have to go to Showtime and HBO and ESPN and say, here's what I'm using. I need a letter from you authorizing me, you know, to stream your channel. So the letters are coming in.
And what do they do? Ask for money in exchange?
They do. They always ask for money. Because they'll say, like, our attorneys have to look at this. And you know it's a cookie-cutter form they're going to send out.
Yeah.
But they'll want $300 or $1,000 or who knows what in order to do it. And so you pay up. That's the name of the game. If you want to be in business, you got to pay.
Wow.
You got to pay.
Did you ever own a fish tank?
Years ago I did. I think I still have an empty fish tank right now. It's in a probably garage somewhere.
I'm just trying to make the show more variety.
Yeah. You want to put a fish tank in here and show fish swimming?
I would love to have a fish tank. Yeah. I don't know that I'd be good at it, though. Doesn't it take a lot of maintenance?
Galen.
He's a fish tank guy.
He's a fish tank guy.
Yeah, he knows fish tank.
You know, a couple of piranha, maybe. And
That's when you invite your friends over that you don't care for too much.
No, I think Galen would be the ideal candidate to help put together a narrow, maybe 1 foot wide, but 6 foot long, and maybe 3 foot high, nice fish tank. And
well, right here in the corner, that will look so pretty in front of the window.
When Pet Expo comes into town in February or March, It's a $15 registration fee. It's not necessarily open to the public,
Oh,
but I will
really?
get you a pass for it. And you will see a tank of goldfish. May have 15,000 goldfish in
Oh,
one
man.
tank.
Wow.
And you can watch them swim in unison, how they make the turns, and all of them. And it's unbelievable.
Tank's got to be huge.
It is.
Robin, do you remember this? I think it was either you or Alice. We were at a pet shop, and whenever Robin would walk past the goldfish tank, they'd jump out of and onto the ground.
Oh, I remember that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was when it was at Ocala Shopping Center.
Isn't that
Pet shop
something?
there.
They would jump out of the tank and land on the carpet. We'd have
Yeah.
to pick them up. And I'd walk past the fish tank, nothing. Robin would do it.
They get all excited.
That was
Boy,
fun.
you
That
women
was
can't
fun.
get a break even from fish.
Yeah, I
I
tell
know,
you.
I
Yeah,
know.
everybody.
Me too. Hashtag me too.
Yep. Fin and fur, whatever it is, you know.
Is that some of your channel lineups then? Can you give us a peek? Will it be about animals, about fish, or about
Yeah, so we're going to
fishing, or-
offer channels definitely that are equestrian. So we're going to offer horse and country. That's a program exclusively for Europe, but we're getting permission to show it here. So it's everything from polo to equestrian jumping to Tennessee Walker type horse. You know, all the fancy stuff is called horse and country. And then we'll be carrying Ride TV, another channel that's 24 hours a day of horseback riding, more country, more showing
okay.
back country, horseback riding through the mountains and that type of thing. And then we'll be carrying a new channel called Cowboy, which is more, it's coming out of Texas, same as Ride TV, but it's more along the lines of cattle, roping and
Is
steer
it eye
roping.
candy for women?
It is. They have a lot of off shirts.
Hey?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we don't complain about that.
No.
We have a phone call.
Yep.
Good morning. You're on there with Jim.
Yeah, good morning, What with all this equestrian talk, I would suggest as a possible theme the Radetzky March, or perhaps on the trail, the middle section of the Grand Canyon Suite, or perhaps let me see what other one. Hoedown from Rodeo.
Oh, I thought you were
Has
going to say
theme
something
songs.
like Happy Trails to You by Gene Autry.
Yeah.
Roy Rogers, yeah.
Well, these are mostly in the public domain,
Oh,
so
yeah.
ASCAP doesn't get in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we like. We like to hear about that.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We do. Well, thank you very much.
Okay, have a good day.
So here's the Rodetsky March. This is that would be your theme song right there.
There you go.
I don't know. This doesn't fit your.
Not quite yet. Not ready for prime time yet. No, close enough. So so we're offering specific channels that are have a genre to them in the sense that since we are horse capital of the world, we want to offer a bunch of horse channels. But we're going to offer a bunch of cooking channels too, and a bunch of sports channels. See, people like ESPN, but ESPN is really a consolidator. I think I've said this before. They have one or two specials of their own, but they go out and get Madison Square Garden. They go out and get all the Red Sox channel, and they just pick and choose what they want to show on their channel. That's why they have ESPN1 and ESPN2 and ESPN3, because there's so much to show, and they have to put it in a time slot and such. But there are about 27 channels that are dedicated 24-hour-a-day sports. So I will be carrying those. So chances are a person will not want, let's say, ESPN, when they can get 27 channels 24 hours a day cheaper than one channel of ESPN.
Right. Absolutely.
I mean, yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Who would want that? So
The one thing I think that I'm doing to contribute to the equestrian part of this town is every morning, the last couple of days anyway, I'm a little horse.
yeah, I noticed that you kissed the horse,
I kissed the horse.
kissed the horse?
One time.
and the horse did not catch a cold or anything.
That was a long time ago.
So what did you do at Epcot? I'm kind of curious to find out why and what was the event? What was going on the
New
first?
Year's.
Yes, but was it just a pleasure trip? Was it a reporting trip?
Oh,
Was it-
yeah, it was pleasure. It was
Pleasure.
Well, Epcot has all those countries.
Yes.
And the reason we chose Epcot for New Year's Eve It was so crowded. So we
bad.
weren't the only ones who thought about this.
Oh, no.
It's because they celebrate New Year's midnight from all the different countries. So
Right.
Japan
I see. So
has
you
one.
went from booth to booth. Yeah.
Yeah, and they have the fireworks, and I thought they had them at the time, but what they do is before midnight, they shoot off the fireworks from, like, let's say Japan, and they'll play the Japanese national anthem
Yeah,
or whatever.
right.
They'll shoot up the fireworks from Germany and play the national anthem. They do all those before they do ours.
Yeah.
Because ours is exactly at midnight, obviously. And it was interesting because we were sitting outside of the Norway exhibit, and the pretty young ladies who are Norwegian were out there handing out stickers, I think.
Yeah, they were handing out stickers, and they were also directing traffic. They had these lights, like big flashlights, and they had to making sure people like cars. One side you could only go one way, and the other side you could go the other way. They were so pretty, and they were so fun.
But see, when their country celebrated New Year's, they cheered because it was in their language.
Yes.
And I think every country had their national anthem except for the U.S. When it was our turn, it was Auld Lang Syne. They didn't play it.
They did Germany.
Is that a German?
Did you see the Trump robotic?
No, that's in the Magic Kingdom. And,
I see.
And we did have a 4-park pass, but we couldn't go over there because it was filled. They wouldn't let anybody else in.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine the number of people that attend theme parks. I mean, it must be thousands upon thousands.
Unbelievable. And it's $20 to park.
Oh, yes.
So just think how much money they make just from parking.
Well, it's like the Gaylord Palms.
Yes.
I
yes.
go to a convention, and let's say it costs $100 to get into convention,
Yeah.
but it costs $20 to park.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! So that's not included.
Oh,
in the
no. And sometimes they're free conventions, and, they send me a free pass like Pet Expo. And then, but it still costs $20 to park.
Wow.
And you think about then the parking lots are full. It's not like there's 50 cars or 100 cars. The parking lot is full.
Are you a big TV watcher? Do you watch a lot of TV?
I watch about 1 hour a day, and now that I have a granddaughter, I'm watching everything from Sesame Street to Splash and Bubbles
really?
to Daniel Tiger. Oh my goodness! I think I know every theme song there is.
Hey, did we tell you that Doug's trailer burned?
I heard. You didn't. I heard on the radio. Yes.
Yeah.
So what is the situation now with him?
Well, he's living in a group home now.
Okay. Well,
Which is probably better for him at this
Right.
point in his life because he's got that urine bag and
Yes.
he's got other health issues.
he needs a little bit of care.
So
yeah.
maybe that's probably at this time better.
I know he regrets not being self-sufficient to take care of himself, but there are times when all of us need help.
But I think he was getting lonely too because I've been here a lot, so I have a hard time being
Right.
with him. So
Yeah.
Anyway, just thought I would tell you that.
So the extent of the fire, no one was hurt. And
Nobody was hurt, and the cat was okay. But the reason I'm telling you, the reason it came to mind just now is because we were talking about your little grandchild,
yes,
and the little hero in this Doug's fire story was the little boy across the street, 6 years old.
6 years old. His name is David.
6 years
Isn't that
old.
something?
And so I asked the mom, what does he like? Does he like Star Wars? And she said, no, he likes trucks. So
And Thomas,
and Thomas the
the
train.
engine.
Yes,
train.
yes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get him a gift that's towards
Oh yeah. So when you say the little hero, he reported it,
he told his mom that the house is on fire across the street.
and that's something.
Yeah.
Did they find out why or how?
No, it was underneath. It started underneath.
Okay.
That's
They're
all they
still
know.
investigating. They still
Well,
haven't roped off.
maybe your pet raccoon, or not raccoon, armadillo.
Maybe my armadillo did it.
Got under there and
Casper.
Wow.
chewed some wires and
Gosh, I should
fire.
worry about my own place then. Huh? I don't know.
yeah,
Casper the armadillo.
Yep, if they're exposed.
Casper the friendly ghost armadillo.
If people want to put programs on your television station when you come out there, what do they need to do?
Well, that's the beautiful part about it, Robin. You and Larry could have the Larry and Robin channel. 24 hours a day. So you might start off first with just scenery background.
Just have to correct
You
it.
know,
It's Robin
and
and the
then-
Giant. It's Robin.
Whatever it is, and then the music that you have already created would be playing. All right, and then later on you might want to actually have video of yourselves playing. And that could be another hour segment, and then you grow into maybe a talk like what you do right now. In other words, you actually physically tape this portion for the 4 hours or 5 hours, and then that becomes it, and then you just grow it as you want to grow it. So when you have a special interview with an author, you could actually have a camera doing FaceTime. Mm-hmm. And that could be on your channel. So in other words, after a while, you would have a 24-hour a day, and maybe at first 8 hours that just duplicates itself 3 times, mm-hmm. and then one that's 12 hours and only duplicates itself twice, and then eventually 24 hours of all original programming. Mm-hmm. Huh. And it's your own channel, and it goes around the world.
And everything has to be produced and then given it to you in the produced
Actually, it
form.
streams. I just pick up your stream. So I would.
Oh, I see.
I would tell you or help you get set up to make it stream in a format that I can pick up. Mm-hmm. And there's all different formats. I have things called encoders, and Jim would know what this is. And it basically takes one format in and gives you another format out.
What's on your wish list? What do you hope to carry? What kind of programming?
I'd like to carry as few channels as possible.
Oh, really?
Whereas my IT engineers are designing it for us to carry thousands of channels.
So why do you want a few?
Well, because people watch few. The average homeowner that watches TV, or the average person, according to all the reports, Nielsen reports, you name them, only watch 7 channels. So that's it. So you'll have the little old lady who may turn Channel 2 on in the morning and watch the news. She might put a Hallmark channel on at night for a Hallmark movie. She may...
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
She 7 channels, and yet they pay for 200 channels. They even pay for let's say, the Showtimes and HBOs, and may only watch one movie a month, but yet they're paying $15, $20. Yeah. So I'm trying to do a la carte. When you want to watch a channel, you pay for it that day or that month or that week, and then if you don't like it after that, you cancel it.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
So I'm trying to not stream. My electronic programming guide may show 500 channels, but hopefully you'll only take 10 or 12.
And you have a phone call?
Yeah.
Good morning. You're on the air with Jim.
Good morning, Jim.
Good morning.
Larry, Robin. One of the things my wife likes to watch is these, like it's a YouTube, or something. These people produce it themselves.
Yes.
And they're on there like almost once a week. Mm-hmm. And I guess it could be on there longer. I don't know. I don't really watch it, but it's these people like Susan and Bucky. Bucky is her husband, and she does cooking plus gardening, and he does gardening and whatever else, and they just videotape themselves, and then put it on the YouTube or one of these other things, and that's their program. And the last episode that I can remember watching is they bought property and built a small house up on the border of South Carolina or North Carolina, one of those 2 spots, and my wife enjoys it very much. Plus, she gets cooking hints and all this, and gardening tips and whatever else. But there's several people there that just, put a camera in front of themselves and do whatever they do. And there was another one, a cook.
Exactly.
And it, my wife says she gets a lot of good tips, from watching these things.
It's like the old Truman Channel. Remember that one with Jim Carrey? That was funny. 24. Yeah, that's exactly what. You can have your own channel and stream it on my network, and it will go around the world. So there could be some guy in Norway, and he goes, "Oh, look at this guy. He's in the garden."
I don't know. They do it every day, and it just. Starts off with her cooking something in the kitchen, and then it goes from there to one other thing, then to them going up to their summer place up on the mountains there in either North Carolina or South Carolina, and every day is something different.
Yes.
And I found it a little interesting, and my wife likes it, so I guess there is a market out there for these things, and they just broadcast live, mistakes and all.
Exactly. And as Jim will tell you, in YouTube you can get a YouTube on how to fix or repair literally anything.
Yeah.
And so you basically, like, let's say it's how to put brakes on your car or whatever. And there are people sit there and watch that YouTube for hours of a guy putting brakes on his car. I never saw the fascination in that unless you wanted to put brakes on your own car. But you just watch it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, anyway, that's something, that these people just do because they have, I guess, a couple of small video cameras, and they have like that extension arm and small tripods and stuff they set it up on, and it's they have two or three dogs, and the dogs get in on it and everything, but it's and she narrates mostly everything, and he does narrate some of the stuff he does, and they both have excellent speaking voices, and they seem to be a big hit.
Well, wouldn't you watch the Larry and Robin show if they had it? Just think about it. You had to watch them?
I guess I probably would because I tune into them.
Exactly. See, now you already have a public out there already waiting for this video to come out.
We do have a WOCA YouTube channel. We do have one.
We understand. We understand.
Well, anyway, have a good day, everybody.
Yes, thank
you. Thank you.
Thanks again for your programming, and thank you, Mr. George, and
no problem.
For all the information, and I thoroughly enjoy it. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have a WOCA YouTube channel. It's called WOCA The Source Radio on YouTube, and you can subscribe to it. And Robin and I put our interviews on there. This thing we're doing right now with you is going to be on there later today. And
yes.
Will you be having any programming that sells products, or do you have commercial?
No, I'm not.
In there,
I don't know of anybody who would. I don't have any of that. But there are info channels, 24-hour a day, and I hate those things. But there are people that watch them religiously. My wife will say, "Look at this copper pot." I should say, and look at. I said, "Honey, I don't want any of that."
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
They've got everything there is for sale. But no, one of the things I would like to do is to create what I would call a channel, houses of worship. And so what it is like when I was in college, I had a friend that was Jewish, and I would go with him Saturday night to the Jewish temple. And it was beautiful to walk into these big places in Chicago, and the cantor would be singing. Well, for the average person, they've never been in a Jewish temple.
Right.
All right? And you and I maybe have never been in a Mormon church, but there would be 1 hour of, a Mormon church, and then 1 hour of maybe a Rosh Hashanah, or I don't know all these different things, but different religions. And so it's not a Baptist channel or a Christian channel. It's just houses of worship filmed in different places around the world.
Isn't that amazing?
So you can see what it would be like to be in the cathedral here or the place here or whatever.
Oh, sure.
Do you know what we were talking one day? What makes a church a cathedral?
Okay.
Because Queen of Peace seems like it should be a cathedral to us.
That's a big,
But there's actually a definition of cathedral that each Catholic diocese, is that the word, has one cathedral, and the one that serves us is in Orlando. And it's not even as big as Queen of Peace.
And that's something.
Yeah.
So it's just by definition, it calls itself a cathedral and nobody else can?
It's a home away from home for the Pope, is that right?
Yes.
Something like that?
For the Pope.
Yeah, so when the Pope comes to our area, he goes to the cathedral for our area.
Oh.
Something like that.
Yeah, he can't stay here. He's got to go to
can't.
Orlando.
He can't stay at the Hilton.
You get down to Orlando.
And there's always a chair. I know they don't call it a chair, but there's always a chair up on the stage. I know they don't call it a stage, but up on the front.
Yeah.
Is that called the altar, Robin?
Yes.
Okay, I thought the altar was just a table. Well, anyway, there's a chair for him.
Big deal,
I have to say, I don't know.
Always fun. So the show is expanding. You got to go for an hour now if we're going to talk about more things.
We're talking about more programming, too, the specific type of programs. Because people would say, I've never, like this YouTube channel. He just brought it up. There's people now are going to start tuning into YouTube. I didn't know we had this. There's a channel I'm carrying that's called the Now channel. I don't even know what's on it. I'll have to bring the literature in, but apparently it's a very good popular channel. Guys got thousands and thousands of cable companies carrying this channel called the Now channel. I never heard of
New Orleans Women, is that what Now is?
I hope so.
New Orleans Women?
Between the Spanish weather girls.
The whole Spanish weather girl. Now Yeah.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you for the immune stuff.
That'll warm you right up.
Vitamin C.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Here are today's headlines from The Source WOCA. Another fight is about to begin over drilling for oil and gas off the coast of Florida.
The Interior Department wants to expand offshore oil and gas drilling in areas that